Sharing the details of my cancer battle a few years ago on the stage. It was just 3 years ago. 3 years ago, as I addressed this room, I was feeling that my cancer battle was over, or at the very least, was going to be on pause for quite a few years. Unfortunately, like many breast cancer warriors, that pause has yet to happen, and I continue to fight my breast cancer every day. I'm extremely grateful that I've had the Breast Cancer Foundation fighting right alongside me the entire time. One major accomplishment that the Breast Cancer Foundation has recently achieved, which has made a significant impact for us warriors, is the opening of the dedicated office for the Breast Cancer Foundation in Grand Harbor. Jeanette, Lydia, and the entire BCF board worked very hard to procure this space to help survivors and their families with their amazing services. One important service that this new space allows for is for multiple support groups in a comfortable setting. These support groups are personalized to the challenge that each group of warriors are currently fighting. This includes much needed support groups for not only their patients, but their partners. This new office allows for the BCF to provide free individual counseling to patients, partners, and children. My children were 3 and 5 when I was first diagnosed, and their struggles in coping with something so very grown up from such a young age is something we think about and deal with every day. Having the support of a counselor for my family has been crucial to our navigation and understanding of this journey with breast cancer. That service is one of many that the Breast Cancer Foundation Wellness Program provides to those impacted by this terrible disease. The BCF Wellness Program services have made a huge difference in my quality of life as I continue to fight breast cancer. Some of those services make it possible for me to get through the day when things are really bad. I, like many others, have experienced extreme and chronic pain as a side effect of aggressive treatments for advanced breast cancer. It has been said that the power of touch can help us heal both physically and mentally. I truly believe this to be the case. The BCF Wellness Program offers therapeutic and holistic treatments such as massage and acupuncture to help manage the side effects of cancer. I use these treatments frequently, and they are vital to my well-being. While this may sound luxurious, the reality is that these services allow me to be in less pain so that I can get out of bed, be with my family, and live my life. As I'm sure you all know, and as has clearly been acknowledged by those brave souls who shave their heads in support of St. Baldrick's Foundation, hair loss is a side effect of chemotherapy that is usually very emotional and painful for a cancer patient. Being bald as a result of chemotherapy causes people to stare, or worse, look away rather than to make eye contact with you, reminding the victim or me of the condition in many social situations when they would prefer to forget. Thankfully, hair loss can be prevented or minimized by the use of a cold cap treatment. The BCF provide this equipment and training to administer the cold cap therapy to the patients free of charge. And that's all cancer patients, not just breast cancer. I used the cold caps during my chemotherapy, and I kept my hair, which was a huge personal victory for me. And when cold capping is not an option, the BCF provide wigs, scarves to the patients. Another side effect of the treatment that many a breast cancer patient have to deal with is lymphedema. Lymphedema is caused by the surgical removal of lymph nodes. Lymphedema is chronic and rarely curable. I struggle with lymphedema, which has created a large amount of swelling and discomfort in my arm. To keep my lymphedema at bay, I require special compression garments, which I apologize to Jess that I'm not wearing, as well as regular manual lymphatic drainage by Jess, who's amazing, by a trained lymphedema therapist. The BCF offer training grants to local medical professionals to train them in manual lymphatic drainage. Proper manual lymphatic drainage is crucial in the management of lymphedema and is not always covered by insurance. The BCF provide this service when insurance options are exhausted or not available. They also supply the required compression garments to persons with lymphedema who can't get them through insurance. Having adequate and properly trained support personnel is a huge factor in the management of lymphedema. It has to be said that only a few months ago, my lymphedema was quite bad, and my lymphatic specialist was not sure it would improve. I recently traveled back to see that same lymphatic specialist, and my arm volume was down 70%. He told me that my progress in managing my lymphedema was remarkable. I am certain that remarkable progress would not have been possible had it not been for the care of my local lymphatic team. Yet another service the BCF provides are prosthetics, i.e. fake boobs. Or as another amazing warrior friend of mine calls them, boobs. If we can't be real about boobs tonight, or foods, then when can we be? Fake boobs make us feel like women again. They also reduce the side effect I recently discussed of cancer, staring. A few months ago, I underwent surgery to remove my reconstructed breasts due to complications of my disease. I am now out of reconstructive options. I am back to ground zero. I now require special bras and bathing suits to hold my prosthetic boobs in place. The BCF have supplied these to me. The BCF have been amazing in putting a smile on many a survivor's face as they walk out of the foundation office with a bit more confidence because of their boobs. The BCF supply all of this to breast cancer warriors free of charge. Cancer is not cheap. We all may plan for our vacations and our retirements, but we don't plan for cancer. Sadly, many breast cancer warriors exhaust their finances fighting this disease. The BCF donate $90,000 annually to the Cayman Islands Cancer Society. $20,000 goes towards supplying mammogram vouchers for those in need. The other $70,000 goes towards patients for their financial aid. Having the BCF to support us with costs such as these means that we have one less financial burden to deal with. My journey, like many other Cayman breast cancer patients who could not be here tonight because they're fighting, is not over. My continued treatment will no doubt leave me needing the continued support of the Breast Cancer Foundation. Cayman continues to appear to have a comparatively above average statistic of younger, under 40 breast cancer patients than the USA. Because of this, the BCF Awareness Program is crucial in educating all, but especially young Cayman residents, on the signs of breast cancer. As we all know, early detection saves lives. But sadly, the number of patients the BCF supports will continue to go up. So the need for more donations is vital to the battle of many breast cancer warriors. I'm sure there's not a person in this room that has not been impacted by breast cancer or another type of cancer. And while some of us might do our part by making speeches in front of hundreds of people, talking about boobs in a tight dress and heels, the rest of you can raise your paddles and donate generously so that the BCF continues to have the funding to supply the critical, irreplaceable, and invaluable services it provides. So please, raise your paddles high. Thank you.